Hi, welcome to Local Flavor. Then we're here. We're gonna finish up our scallop shenanigans.
Yep, and here they are. They're nice and clean.
Beautiful.
And so we also have, basically it's just the dye that's going to change these guys' colors. It doesn't mean anything. They're all very fresh.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They were alive just moments ago.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, if you were to slice these, you probably would move a little bit. But then we have a couple of the roast sacks, and we also have a sperm sack from a male. So we're going to cook those up.
Beautiful.
Try them out.
Beautiful. Okay, so I'm gonna start a little. I'm gonna make like a little vegetable stewy something.
Kind of like a succotash type of thing.
Yeah. So got some sunchokes right here. It's basically a type of tuber. It's the root. It's the root of a specific type of sunflower. You can find them kind of spring into summer.
Sure.
Very
seasonal for sure.
Yeah, very seasonal, and they just kind of got the little sweetness to them. I love pairing them with scallops because the scallops, when you share them, kind of get that same sweetness, and they really just kind of jive really well off each other. So I'm a big fan of them together. So
they are delicious too. I like them.
Yeah.
Puree them. You can do all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh, they're so delicious. The tricky part with them is that they oxidize very, very fast. But you can eat the skin. So I'm basically just gonna just cut them into little pieces. If you are to use them for like a party or something, like you can peel them and cut them and store them in lemon water, and it works.
Acidulated water, that way they
don't
turn brown.
Yeah, and it works out pretty good. Once you cook them, they'll kind of have like a artichoke meets kohlrabi kind of flavor, but kind of the texture of like a water chestnut. Like they're
a little crispness to them.
Yeah, like they're really just little magical little thingalingies. So I'm just gonna pop those in my pan. Add a little bit of butter to there.
Of course, you're gonna have butter in there. We haven't had any butter yet.
Like last course was just so lean. Like it's just very unlike us.
I know.
Like I had to check my fever. Like it was just
throw butter in there.
Oh, just a little smidge. So we're just kind of getting that going. Adding some chopped up garlic. Just a little bit in there. It doesn't take a lot. Then we got some fresh corn kernels. Just a bit in a dash. Like there's really no recipe on this. It's basically just things you like in a pot, add butter, stew.
There you go.
Done.
A lot of these things are sweet. So we have like sweet corn. We have some tomatoes, some heirloom tomatoes. We have some sunchokes.
So like I'm basically going to use the tomatoes just as much for their liquid, like as their flesh.
So that way they kind of have that like that stewy kind of.
Exactly. Yeah, I just want this to be bound by tomato and butter.
Delicious.
It's really good. But like you can certainly kind of add some acid as well, like squeeze a little lemon juice in there and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, there's all sorts of ways.
Probably get a little bit from the tomatoes there, but
yeah, it'll give it a little piff. But like it's gonna cook fairly dry, but it should be pretty tasty. I'm just gonna add that in there. And it's gonna let that stew for a little bit in a dash. So you wanna show us the magic of your scallopness?
So the trick to cooking good scallops is to have a screaming hot pan. Like so you can see
it actually screams?
It does. It will in a minute. So when I put him in, it's going to go.
Oh! It's saying, "Get out of here! Get me out!"
So I'm just going to put a little salt on these guys. I know they came in salt water, but I'll put a little salt on them. I'm not going to put any pepper on these guys because I want to taste the scallops, and they're really fresh.
Totally.
So I would really like to have that for a fresh scallop taste. And we just have a little bit of a neutral oil there, canola. That's fine.
Just anything with a high smoke point.
Exactly. So you don't want to use olive oil. That's probably not a good idea. I mean, if you had a blend, then that might go too. But right now, I just want to make sure that they're really, really, really hot. And I can tell because I'm going to start to get the little streaks in my pan, so I know when it's hot. And
you see it kind of start shimmering exactly. A little bit. Yeah.
So you see they automatically, it very quickly starts.
Sizzle.
Here.
Oh yeah, those are sizzling along real good.
They are.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Put a little more salt on the other side.
Yeah, that's just gorgeous. So you mentioned you had the roe sack and the sperm sack there as well?
Yep, these are just going to touch the pan really briefly towards the end.
Perfect.
Because we don't want to, there's very little fat in these guys, and so it's just like these, but they're very small, and so what we don't want to do is we want to overcook them, they'll be just really tough, and the pan wouldn't be really...
Yeah. So like, if you wanted to, you can poach them in salt water on the side or something like that, and just do them more... Yeah, just so you can just do them separate, and it might be...
So what I'm going to do is I'm making sure like a nice crust forms on these here. And so after the crust is, and really all I'm going to do is one side. You can do two sides. Some people say, have a discussion, well, I want to do two sides so you get browning on both sides with more flavor, that sort of thing. But really, if I have good scallops like this, I'm going to get one nice side with a really good crust on it. And then I'm just going to make sure they're done correctly. And how I'm going to do that is by not overcooking them and flipping them over.
Yeah. So if you get ginormous with like 6 to 8 ounces or whatever, then you might be able to, then you might have time to do both sides. But
here you won't have enough time. And
by the time you do both sides and get a good sear, they're going to be overcooked most likely. Yeah.
And I mean, why would you want to do that to these things? Why?
I think it's like illegal in most states. I think in every state. It should be.
Overcooked scallops.
Yeah. Yeah. I think like the scallops they come and just bite you if you do.
Yeah. So what you can see here is I'm butter basting these guys, and you'll hear like sometimes you'll hear some things where people say, well, you know, searing the meats or searing things is what keeps the juices in, but really that's not what does it. What does it is basting.
Yeah.
And so I'm keeping this over the fire because I'm keeping it nice and hot, but at the same time I'm just basting it with butter. And you can also do other things. You can add a couple of garlic cloves in here, whole garlic cloves if you want. You can add some thyme to it, but really I'm not going to do that just because I want these. I want to taste these.
You just want scallop forward, yeah.
Yeah, and we're going to have a lot of vegetables here, and so you want to taste the scallops. I mean, scallops are really good quality scallops as well. So
it's like they're not cheap. I'm not going to lie, like they're never going to be cheap unless you're. I don't know.
Unless you're on the coast and you're catching them yourself.
Yeah, then they'll be cheap. But like, you're always going to be paying a little bit in a dash for them. So being able to just treat them nice and just put the scallop in the driver's seat, I think it's. But like, if you're feeling uncertain about cooking them, don't cook them. Just serve them raw. Like it just gives you options.
And usually, they're better served about medium rare because it's a muscle. So if you cook it, it's very lean muscle. So if you keep cooking and you cook it all the way done, these things are going to be tough. So mid rare is the best on here. Even rare.
That's beautiful. Oh, they're angry at you.
Pop. I think we're ready to go.
I think we're good to go. Perfect.
So we'll get some plating together here.
Okay, so I'm just going to add in some fresh peas. So these ones we just blanched them and kind of shelled them and all that stuff. Just a bit in a dash. A couple of dashes. Let's finish it off. I just love peas. A little bit more butter. Just a little smidge. Oh, those are pretty. And I got some chopped parsley right here. Right in there. Oh!
Be careful there.
Those are really angry.
They don't have a lot of water in them still, so they're still
they're
going to pop pretty good.
Oh, those are beautiful. Huh? I'm just going to stir this all together. So basically when I add the last chunk of butter, I just kind of going to keep it off the heat and just kind of just barely stir it together. If the butter gets too hot, like it's just going to break. Like butter as it is cold is emulsified. So I just want to keep it emulsified so you just won't feel greasy. Like it'll help coat and transfer flavor and just do all the fantastic things. But as soon as it breaks, then it's just fat. But because that's the difference. Like it's just a big difference between butter and fat.
So that's why you would want to finish.
Yeah.
You would like to finish with butter.
Yeah.
Whole butter. You don't do clarified butter or anything like that because once you do that, it's all just oil in the pan.
Yeah. It just gives you a completely different experience.
There you go. Sure.
Ah, perfect. Thank you, kind sir. So I'm just gonna put a little bit in a dash, just straight in the middle in there.
Wow, it looks delicious.
Just nice and springy, just fresh, you know.
Very simple, as you can see. I mean, it'll take about 3 minutes just to cook this dish. Not long at all.
Yeah, and like it's just all this kind of natural flavors. Like it's nothing odd in there. Like no stock. Like it's just all vegetables and wonderfulness.
You'll be able to taste everything. And that's
Oh, it's gonna be good. So we'll just pop these puppies on there. We'll pop the rose on there. So this one, you just popped open. Like once the rose gets pretty hot, like the skin just contracts and they'll pop. But
right out.
Super easy.
So here you go. Here's
it's beautiful.
Pretty much do it at home yourself. Scallop dish.
Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Dr. Combs, for helping us out here today.
Yep. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, be sure to check out our website for our recipes and just stay tuned for future episodes.
We'll see you.